Hello everyone and welcome to the gun shop with me, Dan. Today we're going to take a look at my top 5 guns that we've got in the shop. These are my top 5 guns. Main reason being is if I've shot them and I've really enjoyed them, or just aesthetically I like the look of them, I like the way they work, or value for money is all taken into that as well. So there's a variety of reasons for each gun. I'll go into sort of why each gun is on the list as we go along. So to begin with, let's go for this. This is the Weihrauch HW100. This is the thumbhole carbine, and this is the laminate adjustable. Okay, now although we've got this one here, my personal favourite of the HW100 would be the exact same stock, but I would go for the FSB, the fully shrouded barrel on this one, just because I think it looks just that little bit better with a thicker barrel on there. I think it looks great. The side loading lever is definitely one of the quickest that I've had to load. Loads very quickly, which means that getting those shots off in quick succession is nice and easy. 22 caliber would be my caliber of choice as well. A thumbhole stock, I just think that it sits in your hand. The control you've got one-handed is just absolutely fantastic, and just loading it back on there, it's quick, everything's smooth, everything runs, and the Weihrauchs are reliable. They're fantastic guns, and definitely worth their money. Absolutely fantastic. Definitely, I'd say I'd go even as far as to say my top air rifle would be the HW100, and in that finish I just think it looks absolutely fantastic. If you're lucky enough to get a really nice stock, it really pops out. So that's number one. It's not in any particular order. This isn't going to be going into from 5 to 1 or anything like that. These are just the 5 guns that stand out to me for whatever reason it may be. Moving on, we move on to this, the Caesar Guerini Summit Ascent. Now the reason this is one of my favourite guns is because I have shot a Caesar Guerini with the Ascent rib, and I just think that it fits absolutely perfect. I shot absolutely fantastic with that rib. The black action, looks great. I do like the black action, almost matching the black barrels. I know that with some of the shotgun manufacturers, the black doesn't always match, and although it's not quite perfect, it is absolutely lovely. Caesar Guerinis are definitely, one of my favourite guns. I have many favourite brands of guns, but this is just absolutely lovely. I had the opportunity to shoot one of these when we went to a charity shoot, and just great, just all round great. Simple engraving, you've got the gold inlay, you've got the gold trigger, just a very nice gun to look at, and it just, with that step up rib, it just stands out on the wall. You've got your extended chokes in black, which I think is important when you have black action with, of course, your black barrels. This one has the adjustable stock on there as well, so you've got your adjustable cheek piece, which I think is great. It just helps with pushing your face up a little bit for those that need it. Quite a chunky fore end on there, which I think is nice, because I know that with some of the guns they have slim fore ends, and I just think for me having that big chunky fore end just to hold on to is just absolutely lovely. You've got your mid bead just helping out, pushing you down towards your end bead, improving aim. It just works, and it works very well. So that of course has got to be on there. Sticking with the shotgun side of things, we'll move across to here and we'll get this. Now, not my choice of finish or my choice of colour. This is the Benelli M2. This has the Comfortex stock, and this is the 3-shot, so the standard 3-shot magazine. Absolutely fantastic gun. I've shot these. I've even managed to shoot, the 8-shot one, which is great fun. And I think the reason that this is on there is purely because the amount of enjoyment I got out of actually shooting the semi-autos. The 8-shot was great fun. Managed to take that out for a test run, and I'll tell you what, it put a smile on my face. The amount of recoil is, the easiest way to put it is there is such little recoil. We put big cartridges through this, and it just, you didn't feel it. The way that it uses the recoil of the cartridge to reload and to put your next cartridge in is just absolutely fantastic. Benelli have certainly done well with this. The Benelli shotguns are lovely shotguns. They're 828U, extremely popular, extremely elegant looking shotguns. The Raffaello, they're classy semi-auto, I'd like to say. An absolutely beautiful gun. Definitely, you know, that and the 828U look like, you know, brother and sister of such of a semi-auto over and under as much as they could be. So that's on there for semi-auto enjoyment. I personally would go for a black one. I think the synthetic black looks like what I would imagine a semi-auto to look like. I know the camos are absolutely fantastic for those, you know, staying out of sight, for your pigeon shooting and stuff like that. It would be fantastic. The weight of it is amazing. Just the whole way the thing works is absolutely brilliant. An absolutely brilliant gun, and definitely, if you're looking for semi-autos, the M2 is definitely one to consider. Moving on, we now go to a Lithgow arm. Lithgow arms, Australian 243. Now immediately this stock stands out. The finish on this stock is absolutely fantastic. You've got Cerakoted barrels, which is just a little bit different. A lot of rifles just have the standard black barrels, and I just think this looks beautiful. The reason this is on there is just the smoothness of everything, the balance of the weight, the way the bolt works, everything, the finish, you know, the rails, just everything about it is just nice. It just works, it looks nice, you know, even just sat on the wall, it's a very nice thing to look at. And I think this is what a lot of my guns come down to. You know, my top 5 comes down very much to the way that they work. I haven't had the opportunity to shoot every single one of these guns, but for the guns that I have, I love them. For those that I haven't, there's reasons behind it, you know. I like the look of them. I like the way that they work. So I mean, for this one, the bolt comes back smoothly. Everything's very smooth. The safety's there, so you can get straight back on there. You know, you're ready to go. Everything is ready. It's just a fantastic gun. You know, you've got the perks of your twin studs on the front and the single on the back, so that, you know, if the bipod is too far away, too close, it's a fantastic gun. It's a lovely gun to look at. 243 would be my caliber of choice. You know, it'd be what I would jump for straight away. It's definitely sort of, you know, the caliber for me to begin with, mainly because it's a fantastic all-rounder. It does a little bit of everything. That's the Lithgow arms. That's the LA 102, and that's the laminate stock. Lovely. Cerakoted barrels, ready to go. A perfect choice for anyone to look into it and wanting something a little bit different. Now, my last gun, and certainly not the least, will be this. Now this is the Fair Jubilee Prestige. Now you might be wondering why this is up there with some of the, you know, some of the very, very expensive guns. This gun is under £2,000, £1,750 for this. Now the reason that this is on there is a lot to do with the price and a lot to do with the way the gun looks. This is a modern game gun, side plate, with little things that I like. You've got your cutout top lever. You've got your gold inlay of your game on there. You've got a gold crown across the top, and you've got your colour hardened action. Now I think getting all of that along with a multi-choke system for just over £1,700 is fantastic. Getting something that looks and is aesthetically the same, you could be looking at spending, you know, £700 more, which is a lot of money. I think it's an absolutely great looking gun. Again, it's one that stands out on the wall. With the colour hardening, with the simple gold in there, there's not too much gold, there's just enough. Your Schnabel forend, and I just think that, you know, for buying your first game gun, getting your upgraded game gun, I just think it's an absolutely fantastic choice to go for. It just goes up, it feels good, it's well weighted, little bit nose heavy, which is I think what sort of, you know, the thing that I want to go for. It's just a very, very nice gun to look at, and I think that's important. You know, I think people worry too much about, oh, I've always got to hit everything I'm looking at, and that's definitely not what these guns are about. You know, in an ideal world, you would hit everything that you want, okay? But I think the important side is make sure you're happy with the gun that you got. You know, get something you like the look of, like the feel of, and that you're happy to carry around. You know, if you're spending £2,000 to £3,000 on a shotgun, the last thing you want to do is go something, you know, someone told me to buy this gun, so I've gone and spent £3,000 on this gun, but to be honest with you, I don't really like it. Why not go and spend £1,700 on a shotgun and get something that really stands out, that's really nice, that maybe no one else has suggested going for? The Fair, an absolutely fantastic choice. You know, rifles, you can spend thousands on rifles. Get something that looks good, feels good, that you're comfortable holding, that you'd be happy, you know, to show someone, to get out the cabinet. When you open up that cabinet to show someone what you've got, for example, they want to go, oh, that looks interesting, what's that? Get something that you like. That's the most important thing, and that's what a lot of my top 5 is about. I like the guns that I've chosen. I've been fortunate enough to shoot 3 of them, 3 out of the 5, and they shoot fantastically. The Summit Ascent from Cesar Guerini, a great choice for anyone looking for a sporting shotgun. The adjustable stock makes it fittable to almost anyone. You've got your multi-choke system, not vital for me, but good for a lot of people, and you have your simple engraving with gold inlay. The Viroc HW100, available in a wide variety of finishes. You've got your walnut stocks, you've got your laminate stocks, you've got shrouded barrels, non-shrouded barrels, carbine, thumb hole, full length. There's a huge variety. The Lithgow Arms LA102, we've got it in 3 calibers at the minute, all in different finishes. The laminate definitely stands out. The Cerakoted barrels, it just does something for me there. It's a little bit different. It's not black, it's grey. The Fair, a colour hardened game gun with a multi-choke system for just over £1,700. I think it's just absolutely brilliant for anyone that either doesn't want to or can't spend thousands of pounds getting the same things on something from a far more expensive brand. The Benelli M2, semi-automatic, smile maker, easiest way to do it. It brings a smile to your face when you're able to let off shots in such quick succession, when it's just for fun. You know, pigeon shooting, it'll be absolutely great for that side of things as well, of course, and especially in the camo, you know, it doesn't matter too much if you're waving it around, because they're not going to notice it too much compared to, you know, some of the other semi-autos that stand out when you're in the woodlands and in the grass and, you know, out in the field. Not my personal choice, but an absolutely fantastic gun to choose from. So that is my top 5 guns of what we have in at the moment. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Anything that, you know, you disagree with, or you're not quite sure why I've chosen, pop in the comments below. We're always happy to chat you guys through the comments, and we'll see you guys soon. Take care.